Modern human nutrition is increasingly following a structural blueprint developed for the livestock industry. The same biological logic used to rapidly add mass to cattle and pigs is now embedded in the standard human diet. For every 6 pounds of standard corn and soy feed, a rancher can expect 1 pound of animal growth. However, by adding specific B vitamin complexes to that feed, the efficiency triples. Animals can reach that same weight gain using only 2 pounds of food. These same B vitamin complexes are now fortified into commercial flour, breakfast cereals, and multivitamins. We are consuming a diet specifically enhanced to promote the retention of mass. In biology, higher efficiency is not a universal benefit. While an efficient metabolism is an asset for a rancher, it is a liability for a human attempting to lose weight. It means the body has become highly effective at trapping energy in fat cells rather than expending it. Human biology is being treated as an industrial asset. We are eating a diet engineered to maximize energy storage, functioning as a link in a system designed for the accumulation of mass. This metabolic reality remains largely excluded from public health discussions. When independent data challenges established dietary norms, legacy media institutions often react with skepticism or direct opposition. Outlets like the BBC have attempted to discredit metabolic researchers by focusing on minute portions of their clinical discussions. These reports often prioritize the defense of the current consensus over the investigation of new findings. This conflict is evident in the work of Dr. Thomas Seyfried. In experiments where the nucleus of a cancer cell was placed into a healthy cell, the cell remained healthy. The cancer did not follow the genetic material. However, when the mitochondria, the cell's energy source, were transferred from a cancer cell, the healthy cell became malignant. This suggests that cancer is driven by damaged mitochondrial function. These damaged energy factories lose their ability to process diverse fuels and become reliant on a constant supply of glucose to replicate. Restricting that glucose supply has a physical effect. While healthy cells can switch to alternative energy sources, the cancerous cells lose the specific fuel they require to function. If cancer is driven by metabolic dysfunction rather than purely random genetic mutations, it challenges the primary focus of modern oncology. Moving away from a genetic-only paradigm would require a massive shift in research funding and pharmaceutical development, which creates significant institutional resistance to these findings. The medical system's primary response to the resulting obesity crisis is pharmaceutical intervention, specifically the use of GLP-1 receptor agonists. These drugs work by artificially slowing the movement of food through the digestive tract. Food remains in the stomach for significantly longer periods, inducing a state of mild, chronic nausea that overrides the brain's natural appetite. Clinical data shows suppression is temporary. Cravings drop sharply early on, but rise at year 1, returning to baseline by year 2. Weight composition is also concerning. 60% lost is fat, but 40% is lean mass, like muscle and bone. Because 70% of users eventually stop the medication, the body faces a rebound effect. The fat mass often returns quickly, but the lost muscle and bone density may take years to recover, leaving the individual physically weaker than when they started. This approach masks metabolic symptoms without addressing the underlying diet. It trades long-term structural integrity for a temporary reduction in weight, creating a cycle of dependency on the medication. Attempting to exit this cycle by abruptly switching fuel sources can be dangerous if the individual's hormonal baseline is not understood. In one reported case, a man attempted to transition to a strict ketogenic diet, cutting all carbohydrates to force his body to burn fat. 8 hours after his last carbohydrate meal, he collapsed. He was found unconscious and had slipped into a metabolic coma. Medical tests revealed he had an insulinoma, a rare tumor that forced his pancreas to secrete insulin at an unceasing high rate. Without new glucose coming in from his diet, the unstopped flood of insulin pushed his remaining blood sugar into his tissues. At the same time, that high insulin level physically prevented his liver from creating ketones. His brain was left with zero available energy. This emergency demonstrates the power of a single hormone. Human energy availability is not dictated by will or calories, but by the specific chemical signals governing the blood. To end the accumulation of mass, the focus must shift from the calorie to the hormone that manages it, insulin. Clinical observation shows that if insulin is absent from the system, it is impossible for the body to store fat. This is seen in untreated type 1 diabetics. Despite consuming thousands of calories, these individuals lose weight rapidly. Without the hormonal signal required to open the pathway to storage, energy is physically blocked from entering fat cells and is instead excreted from the body. When these patients begin insulin therapy, the process reverses. Even if they reduce their food intake, the presence of the hormone forces the body to prioritize storage, leading to immediate weight gain. Chronically high insulin levels force the body into a state of permanent energy storage. The hormone lowers the metabolic rate while pulling energy out of the blood, which the brain interprets as a crisis, leading to constant hunger. The calorie-centric model of weight loss is a secondary factor. Insulin is the primary gatekeeper of human energy, determining whether fuel is burned for activity or trapped as fat. Reversing the fat storage cycle requires a shift in priority. Lowering insulin levels becomes the primary objective, taking precedence over caloric restriction. Insulin levels must drop before the liver can engage in fat burning. Only in a low insulin environment can the body break down lipids and produce ketones. Unlike glucose, ketones enter the brain and heart without requiring a hormonal escort. This provides a stable fuel source that reduces the intensity of hunger and the cycle of cravings. Controlling insulin allows the body to exit the storage loop. By removing the hormonal barrier to fat burning, metabolism returns to a state of energy autonomy. The modern food system functions as a fattening protocol. To move beyond it, you must manage the chemical signals that dictate your biology. Reach for metabolic independence or remain part of the industrial mass.